Hello. I recorded this video several times. And the reason for that, I start when I was very upset. In the place I'm living in, is actually having too many things is very bad. And I recorded everything, and I have a lot of evidence. So this episode today is about the book on. This is actually to show you, documentary book on collective injustice, and this is actually the book, which is actually I have it in English and Arabic, and public opinion issues, because again, this is actually a dilemma, I believe, in California. Renting a place is actually living there. You're being controlled by a lot of people. This is again, and you feel there like you alone completely. In addition, the management of this Avana, San Jose, they really bad. Very bad means they do everything. This is actually, they steal your money. They do, if you give them your credit card to really charge anything, they abuse it without your authorizations. They really charge me money I don't owe them. And they make fees, which is actually, we'll see, I'll show you examples. An example of discriminations and racist attitude. And I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. This is actually very bad. I believe I know why. But again, I'm going to share that with you in our talk today. I'm a little bit calm today right now, so I could really deliver the situation in a better matters here. So, this is 3 pages about me. At least you know who I am. And we'll get started here. There's objectives. I have an introduction. I have an important alert to really speak about. I have the problems to start. It started manipulating electricity. In addition, a lot, 13 situations, which is actually a lot of situations I documented in this book in both languages. And borrowed absurdity, which is actually, we'll say, conclusion and advice. And plans, So no need to spend a lot of time here. In 2018, February, I moved to that place. I was really in disagreement between me and my wife at the time. And I was fed up. I thought, I have to really go. This is enough. I could not longer, bear, by the way. I decided to stay away from those problems and disagreements, which is always occur between us. I'm also a heart transplant, and I got worried about my heart and myself, because again, this is really a dilemma. You cannot live in an environment which has a lot of disagreement all the time. And this is actually debate for nothing, and actually very upsetting too, by the way. I lived in this place for 6 months in a very good way. This was really good. The apartment was, clean and everything. Then after that, there was destructive, hateful racism, neglection of maintenance, and attempt to get rid of me completely. So it is a garbage place. This is very bad. Because again, they don't really help me doing anything. Plus, they really on purpose. They did some stuff is very ugly. With appealing treatments, racism, deliberate neglect, ugly espionage, and countless schema, by the way. This is really bad things. This is actually to tell you the start. I've been living here since February 2018. This is again alert. I am really delivering this. I have no harm to anybody or any organizations. I'm only switch from the right person, right place, in the right time to the right role in the right place in the right time. Any person in an organization can do whatever they can, as long as they don't harm me. Harming me, I'm not going to allow this to anybody. Anybody. This is again, I have to fight back very viciously. That's why I speak about roles. And if I mention the name, means they did a lot of terrible things to me. From the beginning, there is no one would really say, he's really speak about me and, destroy my reputation. No. We need to start treating each other as roles. You can do whatever you can yourself or themselves, but I don't care. But again, if they play the roles, they do it well. Unfortunately, we came into a situation which is everybody play their own things. If you find the president of the university, they own the university. Find the dean at university, they own that college, by the way. This is crazy. This has become insane. They really don't pay attention to any rules or any other laws, and this happened to me all the time. This is really unbelievable. This organization has been supported, which is actually Avana, by many direction from many people and many organizations as well. This is insane. Cannot take that anymore. So let's go through this and show you. So the idea here, I will concentrate on the roles, not the person or the legal parties, which is actually organization, country, or everybody. To me, I have nothing to do with them. I respect them as well. But if they don't do the same to me, this is harm. So I'm living in a community here, which is actually everybody I deal with lie and actually do evil stuff to me and attempt on my life too, by the way. Not one time, several. This is to tell you. This is going to come into this here. I sent packages about this place to many different authorities, government, and in California, the state of California, to general attorney, to many organizations within the government, and actually to many organizations within the House of Representatives in California, and actually a lot of people, which is actually they consider to be represent us. Unfortunately, they do nothing. Even the mayor of San Jose. That means they actually discriminate against me 100%. People know names in the community, by the way, because they represent us in the Congress and actually they represent us in the House of Representatives in the federal government, but they don't care. They actually discriminate as well with like everybody else. This is actually insane. This is very bad. So I'm planning to send those messages all the time. Now I have a lot of them. This is again, we're talking about hundreds of messages with name involved, because I've been harmed now very much. Cannot take it anymore. This is really bizarre. So this is, again, I'm going to do that. So the problem started now, however, problems began appear to gradually with management of the apartment property. This is one problem was neglecting maintenance work, such as not changing the damaged lights, bulbs, and actually downstairs for 2 months. So I could really, because again, I'm a senior citizen, I could really fall and actually break my legs. And actually, the doctors for heart transplant told me, watch out, don't fail. So I walk slowly and I really take step by step to really make sure I'm not going to fail. So 2 months, when I complain to them, nobody listens. They aggravated me a lot. When I filed the complaint was a property management, the responses to me in unfriendly manners and showed hateful racism. I thought, also I paid the rent on time and approximately $3,000 per month. They gave me inferior service. I don't know why. Why people would really discriminate? I'm just a client here. This is I'm a renter. That place is mine because I paid for it. This is crazy. Anyhow, so sorry, I have to go back here. So they tamper with the electricity. This is one of many things, by the way. So the Christian department was tampered with. So I lost everything in the freezer. Things I collect to protect me in times where could be happened here. So I really follow the rules. Everything is ruined. I asked them to really come and fix it. 2 weeks later, they come and fix it. Everything become rotten. And the guys just saw me walked away with a car. One time in 15 days, he said, I came on this day. This is actually a very big lie because they did this on purpose. The losses were very big. So even I took this stuff myself, which is very heavy, frozen, rotten foods, and I display it because, again, the police asked me to display it to show them this is done. I have pictures of all of these. And this is, again, an act I really had to do it. So this is an unhealthy place and not a suitable place for anyone to live in. And actually, I would really make a proposals for all the police, the FBI, the government to come and see this place. This is, again, I cannot open the windows. I'm going to come to this. So when I tamper with this, I end up losing a lot of money. In this case, this is $1,100. Now, the other things too, in addition, every time I buy groceries and stuff like that, I bring water with me. So I need their help to really bring the water up. This was very funny, very funny. So the idea here, they really play games with me. The water would stay there for 2 weeks sometimes. And actually the guy would come and said, I bring one, and the other one I would bring it later. He never did. After promises, this is kind of really strange. I'm willing to pay a fee. I don't mind. But again, this situation was really bad, and this is really something I could not really bear. Recently, 2 days ago, I went out and I really bring waters to drinking and cooking and stuff like that because I've been told after an attempt on my life with water exists in my apartment. And I'm going to think that story here, by the way. They said, yes, the guy could come to help you 2 days in a row. Nobody showed up. And the guy lied to me completely. And I sent him an email warning him and I reminded him, there is no way. I called him the second day. He said, he's coming to you, never come. What happened is very surprising too, by the way. Just wait and see. So they just plotted me with all the electricity here in the apartment. No, this is what we're talking about with BG&E. Situation, I was suspended unfairly from my work for rules is not applied to professors at university because actually university group are mafia with actually collaborating with the government authority too, by the way. They stopped my salary for a year. They owe me a lot of money, hundreds of dollars, by hundreds of thousands of dollars, by the way. They don't want to pay it. I returned to work, and actually, I'm going to tell you, stuff is actually beyond belief. Beyond belief, believe me. Every day I spent from October until today has many ugly stories. And the funny thing, the government is part of it. The government is supposed to protect you. There is no justice here. No way. If they kind of squeeze you to get your money, to destroy you, to do anything to you. There is no any humanity in these people. And all whatever I deal with. So I called the GBG because the BGE because again, I get only my Social Security, which is actually would pay the rent. Almost, not all. Have no money. So the BG&E told me, well, yes, you are qualified to really get paid for electricity. We're going to send somebody to come from a company to come to assess and to help you not paying anything. This is actually the idea here. A few 2 months later, I just kind of really get shut out from the electricity. Nobody shows up to assess. And the people in BG&E, they were very bad. Treated me like hell. Because again, there is a devil did this behind my back with BG&E. And the people, I don't know how they really go beyond their levels to do such a thing. Do you hate me that much? Why? I keep wondering about this. I don't hate nobody. I just never did something. I'm not a criminal too, by the way. So I spoke to them 2 months ago. They told me would send you a company to do the work. However, they would not pay, you will not pay a penny. But again, I suddenly got this call from shut down the electricity, come BG&E. This is again done by this property management here. This is very bad. I don't know why they did that. I respect myself. I respect everybody. I never harm anybody. Why do I do that? have no money to pay this for that electricity that I charge my credit card. I still owe the money. When I'm not supposed to get to pay, by the way. A senior citizen for a year, and actually for many years before, because they did a lot of trick on me, they cut my salary. They really did a lot of stuff to me very badly. I cannot get anyway with this Medicare and very assistant I get, which is actually, this is my own. They owe me that to me. Everybody I talk to, these people were vicious. That really benefit is actually for people and not other people like me. I really kind of really get discouraged and backed away because I don't want to hear, I don't want anybody to treat me that morally, by the way. Anyhow, the story still exists very badly, by the way. This is again, and this they did that. That's another charge. I will have to really ask them to pay me with damage too, by the way. So we have the food ruined in freezers. We have now the electricity. No. Number 4, sorry. Number 4. I told them, now there's something here in number 4 happened, which is actually was really happened on, let me say, this is again, on the 16, the 2 slide switch. In the morning of 16, I made a cup of tea. Every time I wake in the morning, I make a cup of tea. But its color was unusual. The events that occur in the week leading up to February 16 were suspicious and disturbing, and all related to some water repair. They called me up, said, we need people to come to your apartment almost a day or 2 days before this happened. Because again, we have a leak in the downstairs apartment. It really may come from you. Then a lot of repairs start working, this is, for many hours, 2 days. Then, the water change. So I used to use this water for cooking and, sometimes making teas, this is gonna be heated, and washing dishes. I have a drinking water. So the guy, I told them, there is a problem there. There's something wrong with this water. The maintenance guy, his name is Martin. He harmed me a lot. Treated me like I'm nothing, which is I don't care. But again, he's not supposed to treat me that way. So he came and he said, run the water. I said, the water is nothing wrong with it. I showed him the cup of tea. He said, yeah, you must not use this water for tea or for cooking. So what do they use it for? So they use it for washing dishes. I said, boy, I'm paying over $60 for water, unheated water, and I use it for washing dishes. This doesn't make any sense. He said, I do that. I just bring the big tank of waters for cooking and for food. But again, I use the water only for washing dishes. This started many questions come to my mind. I said, boy, I've been living here since 2018. And then I'm really drinking water could affect my health very badly. I don't know what's going on. So this is again an array of situation, which was an attempt to be honest with you on my life at February 16. This is bizarre. This is not going to leave it alone like this, by the way. So this is again, this is in February 19, in the dawn of February 19th. I heard suspicious knocks on my door with long intervals. So on the apartment door, just knock, 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 and stop. Knock, 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 and stop. Knock, 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 and actually before they stop, I hollered. Said, what's going on here? Who are you? At 4:30 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. This was really unbelievable that they left. This was really suspicious. And actually, you know, and for the administration, I told them, please, I need to log the inside. They didn't respond to me. They don't care. So I expect here, by the way, because again, the university was with many government officials, because I communicate with them, they actually play the roles of actually abusing me completely. The salary for December, I didn't get. The salary for October, I didn't get. Actually, after I get the COVID from there, from my office at this, you know, at this university, I was almost dying, by the way. They blooded there. So I went to the hospital. I was in the hospital for a month. So I started sending me the 2 checks for October's and November. December, I didn't get the check. I cannot complain. So they actually suspended me again with salary. Suspending me on roles which has nothing to do with the university. With actually California faculty association. Very corrupted organization, 100%. And to get out of it was very difficult. Why? Because they used the rules of this nonsense organization to humiliate professors and abuse them. Then I left them, and actually in a way, they owe me a lot of money. They don't really support me when I actually get in conflict with the university, period. So I'm planning to get all my money from them. This is it, plus damage too, by the way. Then sequence of actually money I lost, the university owes me a lot of money too, in many different things. Say, we don't owe you anything. This is crazy. I'm not living in America. I live in you know, I don't know which country would really be the worst in justice. So this university have a group of people to fight with me everywhere. They did all them writing 16 books on this university from the first day I came in until of today. It grows now to other books. I'm really trying to I cannot do this all the time. This is insane. So this is actually the situation there. So I did not receive my salary for December 2023, January, February, and March now, 2024. This is with actually the knowledge of attorney, the auditors and the controllers and the attorney generals of the state of California. And actually, this a lot of people, this is many banks, they steal my money. Every organization I dealt with, they destroyed all my business too. Even Google, they stopped my email service, which is for business too by now. I have no idea why. I paid every month. They owe me money before because they abuse my credit cards. And I'm gonna get this money. I'm gonna get all my emails. I'm not gonna leave this alone. This is insane. Why they gonna get rid of me? I wish no, I know. This is bizarre. So this organization here, which is actually the management, this department actually helping them. And help my ex-wife too. She's not my ex yet. Because the judge, I'm still 6 years with no woman, by the way. As a Muslim, I cannot sleep with anybody. It's not in my religion or not my culture. This is insane. The judge was really called the honorable. I don't know what he's honorable for. No idea, to be honest with you. The honorable, head of state. They act as not honorable to me. I communicate with the head of the states, and actually the lieutenant governor sent me, said, we cannot do anything about this organization. It's a government organization, they can do whatever they want. The lady running the employment department, she said, go back to the university. I go back to the people abused me all the time. This is very bad. So I'm sorry I have to go out to show you how vicious all these people try to kill me. This is bad. Now, Avana charged money from my bank account without my knowledge and authorizations. I discovered in Wells Fargo, this could really give anybody any money. And I do a lot of trick on me. They owe me a lot of money too. And again, every time I make a complaint, they return the money back. With Vegas name, I don't know, it's just crazy. They owe a lot of money to me from 2018. And they abuse me too, by the way. You ask me why you still with them? Because all my account with them and they owe me money. I'm not gonna leave it alone. And every time I complain, they punish me. So I did a video on them, and the book I'm really talking about them. They punish me very badly. They don't care. They are the worst bank on earth, in my opinion. And actually, a lot of people told me so too by now. Anyhow, now they're charging me 2 payments in my because I used to pay by check. This is crazy. Do not pay rent by check or by credit card or by debit card. They take the numbers and abuse it. Believe me. He called me and said, we're going to charge this. I said, you cannot do that. Don't really use my card. Period. That's a crime. And he did it. The manager of this place. This is 2 payments I'm planning to get from both of them, because again, with damage too, by the way. This is actually insane. This is a crime from the bank side and from this management side in this organization. So every time I did anything with them, was a situation happened here in July 2022. There is, I live in an apartment with 2 bedrooms. Utility, I pay as anybody have family. There is no even couples. Family with actually 5, 6 people in an apartment. How come I pay the same utility like them? In the previous company, a company used to manage this place, they used to make sure I pay only half of the money for utilities. Now this new management, they forced me, and actually I thought maybe to deduct it out from in July, $420, and before July I deducted the half of the money. Listen to this. This was really crazy. And I sent a package to many officials, attorney generals, and I have the package and I have this everything. This package cost me a lot of hours to prepare, a lot of money to send, a lot of effort, because again, I have doing everything to submit evidence. And to the mayor, to a lot of people, actually, Congress representative and actually the House representative in California, they don't reply to me. They did nothing. And the funny thing, they discriminate, of course. Discrimination very badly. They don't see I'm not really a good voice for them. But I will be against them. I will speak about them everywhere. I will show this actually to everybody with names and everything. I pay their rent every month with no delay. Even with my crunch time, during I have no money. Because I've been denied all the federals and state benefit completely. It's humiliating. It's a bunch of crap. This is bizarre. This is insane. Here's some of the names actually included here. They know what's going on. Hey, I need my money back. And I'm going to get it. This is not a joke. You could say no, but again, no means nothing. I'm looking for decent, excellent lawyers. I have many cases actually to really get help with. I'm asking all of you for help. Not for money, thank you. Just to aid me with this insane collective injustice. If it happened to you, we could really work together to stop it. Period. Here's some of the names. San Jose State University, all of them. Administrations, faculty, my colleagues, student spies on me. They actually do vicious stuff. They do crime there. They have a lot of corruption there. I'm going to write about this. I already wrote about it. I'm going to display this to everybody. This is, again, strange. And actually, Melia Cohen, this is actually the California State Controller. She's the one who stamped the money, the salary. She knows my salary I didn't get from December, January, February, and March. And she knows the situation before. This is, again, why they do this, I didn't understand it. I'm the best in my field. This is not because I say this, I'm trying to be a devil. No, I'm surely the best in my field. And I could have debates with anybody. So this is really crazy. Now, the acting secretary, Julia Sue, God, this is really bizarre. This is really, my money for 2 years, plus 1 month, was humiliating to get it. It was really a small amount of money, but again, beside my Social Security was kind of less than $3,000. And less than $3,000, I do have a pension. I don't want to retire. They would love me to retire. I'm not planning to retire. And actually, I'm the age to really return all the money from the pension, but they steal the money from it. It's not the right pension, too, by the way. See how vicious these people would be? Mafia. This is what really government universities are, some of them is the worst compared to private schools, by the way. What we have in this country, mostly private schools. Rarely to find a government university doing very well. Now, this is Sue, the auditor, Elena Hall. She's auditing this is the auditor of the state. She's sending me the insurance paper. This insurance, when I returned back in October, after a very unfair suspension, and actually very a lot of stuff happened to me since 2017. And before that, things happened, but not vicious. Hey, you happy with your insurance? No, I'm not very happy with my insurance. You play with it. I have one items in my medicine, which is I cannot afford to pay for it, for my heart. And I wrote it for rebuttals and actually reply, or maybe for the State of the Union. Because again, we live in lies. This is bizarre. I don't know why they do that. I wish I know. Others is a big list, by the way. So, here is a letters I got on March 20. Look at that letter, by the way. We hope you are well. Nice of them to remember to say that, I guess. This is a just friendly reminder that there is a balance of $2,968.86. They charge money every month above my rent. And again, I said they play. I'm tired of talking to them. And I mentioned that they become from $420 to over $3,000. And actually, this money I'm going to get, what he asked me there. Do but your resident portal account. This is steal. And I will show you this is stealing there. In a second email they send me, this money disappeared. Because they're very abusive. And when you get this bad, I said, God, what do I contact? Who do I call, This is lawyers, they're not serving me at all. I have cases everywhere, and the California lawyers, this is like they cope with them. We are desperate for clients, but when they come to me and anything happened in this state, they back up. I'll show you the situation too. Ugly situation. So this is March 20. Means I have to come up with this amount of money plus the April rent. So that means I have to pay over $6,000 or less for this amount of money and April rent. And I live on my Social Security. This is bizarre. They know everything about me. They know what I have in the bank too. That bank is very bad. This is, I advise you not to use credit card anymore for paying payments. Because as soon as you cancel your membership, they continue to charge you. They just want your money. They want to screw you. Both of them, the bank and the credit bureau. and the company actually really take membership from you. And you go through a hassle like crazy. So this happened to me with every membership I have. And this is destroy my business too. And my reputation. Have to fight back and I stop it. You get punished for that too. Be careful. Be careful. Pay cash and get a receipt. Don't give anybody your account and bank. Don't give them a credit card. Don't use a debit card. Never. Because everybody around you, it seems like thieves. This is crazy. I don't know why people do that. This is unbelievable. Anyhow, this is actually, I should show you this one here. Look at that, this one here. Came today. So I received a message from them. They don't say they don't even say hello or anything like that. They didn't ask me about if I'm good or not. The date from Anna San Jose, Avana San Jose, to Muhammad Fayyad. I love my name. But some people take this name like, it's crazy. This is the most common names in the world, by the way. So, as of to this day, our record indicate that there is an unpaid balance due to your accounts. Please review the charges and remit the amount below. Let me show you. This is go to the amount below, right down. This is for the April rent. Then I added a half months from March rent. I paid that much money. And I have the check for it too, check numbers. Hold a second. This is crazy. This is amazing. There is no any mention of the 2,900, blah, blah, blah there. Because they made actually they tried to steal my money. So on 3/2, which is actually the date here, 3/1, they have a way to really split your rent twice. So I'd be referred to use it in case something happened. So because I have a limited amount of money. So I used that situation. They started this year. It was kind of them, but again, was really a dilemma too by now. Anyhow, I bid $1,450. I have a late fee. There is no late fee. I called and the office was closed and I called and actually the check had written 3/2. The funny thing too, they charged me the same amount there. Calculate them. They're going to become like exactly, as I indicate there. 1450, 1460, but this is half of the months. So they're charging me back too, by the way. They just, I don't know, they know mathematics or accounting. They steal the money. This money, I have a check has been paid in my bank. I paid $1,450 from the limited money I have. In my age, I don't have to pay that in my situation, by the way. But again, the people running the federal stuff and they actually do it for some and they never do it for others. Senior citizen business being taken by con companies. Fraud company too, by the way. They abuse senior citizen. And they are really small-minded people. And they call you hundreds times to really get you trapped. I've been trapped twice in 1 year. with two companies. I'm talking about that. And they treat you very poorly. They lie to you, then you sign with them and you get nothing. You pay more. And sometimes my dentist, I don't really get any year of service from the federal government or from this government here. They steal your money. Government steal your money. Strange. They steal my money. And they have the things to prove. And they abuse me. This is again, the ADD used to call me almost every month. Oh, you have to find a job. You are a grade A. I'm 73 years old. I'm a professor. My job is actually a very top job. I cannot go and work in McDonald's or maybe work a Best Boy. I'm a scientist, very well known. And this is my age too, by the way. My Social Security and my pension being destroyed completely by this university. And this is crazy, by the way. Even I went the Social Security to really create something to help me. Oh, I wrote letters, and the letters never come back anything from it. Because my medicine, one of my medicines reached $1,500 in 3 months. One of many medicines. This is crazy. So I have here $50 plus 100, 133,466, and all the stuff there. And I paid them $1,450. This is all in March 1st. Somebody steal the money there. Or maybe they do this because they think I'm dummy. This is bizarre. Now, this is actually to show you. This is again, let's see what's going on here. This situation so big, I contacted attorney generals and with five, I contacted an attorney, sorry. And actually charged me $110 for 20 minutes consultation. I didn't spend with him more than 5 minutes. I paid the fee in the beginning. And I tried to ask him in different situation. He said, no, call me about this situation, 5 minutes. He's a thief. He's actually a fake. His name is Thomas Skinner. His role, as I told you, he's who should protect the justice. He's the one destroyed the justice in this country and some other lawyers I dealt with. I don't know about the other lawyers. Every lawyers I dealt with in this state were con people, very vicious. They smile in your face and they stab you in the back. They steal your money. They provide service for you. They never done it and they charge you a lot of money for it. How many lawyers do I have? I have one lawyer I didn't sign a contract with. And actually he tried to really grab over $8,000 from me. I said, he didn't do anything. He went and sued me in the court too, by the way. It was very funny. I didn't sign. I told him, you service, everything you service, I give you the money for. That's it. You come to the court, I pay you the amount of money you desire. That's it. He came with me to the court one time only. This is very harmful, by the way. Though I'm writing stories about this, yes, and the name involved too, by the way. And I'm going to really make sure they get punished too, by guys. They'll punish me for no reason. Because actually they discriminate. They are racist. And he come to that meetings in front of the judge. He cannot speak. I start speaking myself, and the judge doesn't like me at all. Been more than 6 years without a woman. And this judge doesn't really like foreigners. This is actually discriminate. They call him Arnables. I don't know what's Arnable would be mean with a guy like this. Destroyed my family. I am with no children. This is actually very bizarre. 5 minutes. And he told me, pay the money. This is my own money. I didn't run a pay it. Said, if you don't pay the money, you cannot buy anything. You cannot rent anything. They're going to be after you. How cheap. This is my own money. And I stopped. Oh, this money now, they added more money on top of it. This is crazy. Oh, this guy is really, he's a wacky guy. That's an insulting too, by the way. So this is nonsense. And actually, I didn't. What is the benefit of this advice beside the mere financial losses I have accumulated? I felt very remorseful about seeking the advice of a fraudulent. He's a fraudulent completely lawyer, since he was paid fee for work that did not do. In fact, he didn't really serve me very well. He's supposed to serve me. He didn't. Instead of really helping me, I think he worked against me. But this has been the practice of most lawyers, charging fee and not really managing and deliver any matters very well, by the way. So remarkable, vicious remarkables. This is one. Number two, the value of the money owed to me amount to approximately $1,000 for the losses of actually neglecting the medicine issue, plus $1,100, which is actually for electricity for BGBG. And then also the fees they took from the bank, the fees I paid the lawyers. This is actually the place here. I live in a threatening situation. I cannot open the window. There is leaves from the tree for 2 years sitting there. I begged them to help me to do it. I said, I pay for it. Nobody come forward to do it. This is insane. This is doesn't make any sense. I wrote letters, 50 wasted hours to really deduct many different work because I want to send it to the officials because lawyers doesn't want to help me. I contacted more than 50 firms in this state. I have the record. The general attorney told me, I cannot find a lawyer for you. I don't want you to find a lawyer for me. But I would like to ask the lawyers, they do the service to help the client like me, not to discriminate against me. They all kind of really, when you steal my money, they actually make it around. Don't deal with this guy. This is bizarre. This is not justice, by the way. I filed a police report for the situation happened in freezers and loss of the whole entire freezer was food in it. And they give me a case number for a civil crime. I have the case number, which I stated that apartment contained insanities and unsanitary things that affect my health, especially since I am a heart patient who had heart transplant and needed place fit with my human life. Now, that provide a service, and actually, unfortunately, I didn't even get my wages till by now. I resolved the leaves of this place. I'm planning to leave this place, by the way, because again, I need to get my rights. And with damage, I'm not going to leave it alone. The way they treat me was very awful. I'm not a slave to anybody. The same thing happened to this university. I would like to me a slave. This is a mafia there. And they really blame crimes all the time. I'm going to comment about all these crimes too, by the way, and all what they did to me. This is insane, by the way. This is again, I send the large files with official letters to many public defenders. Names is right there. There is two ladies here, by the way, whose names, which I discovered, they tried to make a deal with the university. They never replied to me. They're representative. They are my representative in the House and actually in the Congress. They become show people. They don't care. You're supposed to represent me. They never showed that. None. I'm writing letters about their participants in many different things there with this university. They try to seek votes, but they the shadows do nothing. Oh, because maybe I'm a foreigner, maybe because I'm Muslim. Ignore him. He might be trying to tell me go to hell. They probably would say that to me in front of my face too. But again, it's not really fit very well. This is crazy. This is the name there. I contact all these people and actually all these companies. Contact the media. Nobody replied. I contact the human rights. Oh, America doesn't have human rights very well. This is bizarre. This is again, I never thought I would be in that situation. Why I would be in this situation? I came to this country which I could not speak the language. I learned the language from the street. I got a doctorate degree from one of the best universities in the country. I'm an inventor. I discover a lot of stuff. I'm very well known in my field. Why they do this to me? This question comes to me all the time. Why? What's the purpose of doing this? What do you gain? What do you gain? I don't know. You gain money you don't deserve. You gain, what do you gain exactly? Do you live with yourself very well? Each one of these people here, they look in the mirror. They probably would not really remember me. This is insane. So, this is a conclusion for each one of my books. The collective justice is happening to me, people and people like me. Randomly planned, oppressed people at all levels of government in California, the federal government of America, there's even in institutions and individual levels, is something that common sense and upright to characters that in the denial. The forms and justice differ, but they agree on their goals, which misery and poverties and corruptions and murder and starvation. I live on my social security only. I'm afraid if the social security stop, I will be dead. I will be in the street. And in oppression, enslavement, by the way. This is imposing really nasty stuff. Not to me only, to the people like me as well, who have not committed any crime or committed any crime in any way, are banished because what they need only is to live really a comfortable life and actually a decent life with a just rule. Unfortunately, justice has died in all America. And it is difficult to return to what was before. I lived here 45 years. I never saw this situation before. So I don't know. This is really bizarre. Now, I would like to invite anybody, police, FBI, distinguished honors doctor from Stanford University. They're actually the one brilliant guys. They did my heart transplant. They helped me a lot. Distinguished doctor, especially in Palo Alto Medical Foundation, to really come and see the disturbing apartment and actually the risk management I live in. I need good lawyers to represent me in many cases from anywhere in America. I don't know how to make this public announcement everywhere. This is actually the people involved in harming me. I don't know why they did that. Well, they don't like me, that's fine. I'm a human, though, so I bet I like everybody. I'm not really have this vicious attitude. I respect all of them. I don't have enemy too, by the way. They can be my enemy. But what can I do? I contacted the attorney general, sending me a letter, said, by the way, we cannot find you a lawyer. You find a lawyer yourself. And we have assistant to really give you money to find the lawyers. I said, I don't need your money. I don't need your assistance. He thought I'm not contacting any lawyers. Contacted more than 50 firms in this state, all over the state. When I sent a complaint to the governor, Honorable Kevin Newsom, the lieutenant governor replied to me and said, we cannot do anything. This is a government organization. He's telling me, go to hell, basically, in a very good manners. This is the government? This is what really we have to live with? Now, this is a book. I have an Arabic version of it too, because I speak Arabic very well, and I'm writers and authors and innovators. And I have advice and plans. There is no, I give you some advice to you by now. Be careful when you deal with the renting apartments and the banks and the credit cards and a lot of stuff like that. Be careful. I said that before, and I got punished from all my credit cards, all of them. I paid fees for LinkedIn through one card in Discovery. LinkedIn doesn't help me, cannot communicate with them. They damage all my sites for business too, by the way. So I don't know what I'm paying fee for. They don't merge the two accounts, the personal account and my business account. They're supposed to do by the contract. I wrote letters and I note posters and I communicate with them. There is no way it can help me. Now, I didn't owe this Discovery card anything. Now Discovery card claim I owe them money. For fees, they actually give it to me based on the first 1 year of the fee for the LinkedIn. And this fees, I'm not gonna pay it back. I need my other fee too, by the way. This has caused me all my credit bureaus to really reduce my score more than 120 points, more than 120 or 30 points because of Discovery and LinkedIn. I called Discovery. Discovery told me, anyway, go to hell. Well, that's what really I have to sum it into few words. Go to hell is 2 words. After I talked to them for hours and move from one department to another, make a dispute, they want to make a dispute. They just really, I don't know why they're doing that for. This LinkedIn didn't really meet their contractual agreement with me. I need my money back. And I need the damage done with a credit bureau to be done. Those credit bureau are really blind and monkey on the shoulder of any American too by now. Especially the unwanted, like me. They are vicious. They owe me money too by now. One of them charged my account for over 2 years. And I went to my bank and said, stop this charge. I called them to stop this charge. They insulted me. They're not only damaging me, they steal my money. And I wrote a letter to the general attorney too by now. He said, this is statistics. We put you in the statistics, what happened between you and the credit bureau. They cannot help me. This is the only letter I got from him too by now. He's not signed. He cannot sign letter for a poor guy like me. It's come from his secretary too by now. Which is fine. But again, he didn't do his job. I want to thank you for listening to me. I know this story is actually very disturbing, but again, this is really bad. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye.